Michael Jackson. Imagine my shock. I'm sure he was just going for a little holiday, you know, just topping up his tan. Not how it works when you've got... He used to bleach his skin, didn't he? So that doesn't really check out. Probably nonsense. I mean, he was expected. Famous pedos. I mean, he's top of the list. Just looking into the history of Michael Jackson as it happens, because a lot of people sort of act like, you know, it was just one of those things, kids trying to get money out of him. I mean, it happens all the time, right? No, actually it doesn't. 40-odd-year-old men don't admit to sleeping with prepubescent boys on a daily basis and people just pass it off as normal. That usually only happens once in history and with a guy who happened to sell a hell of a lot of records that people loved. So the first accuser of Michael was in 1993. Second accuser was the maid's son. Third was a British teenager, also in 1993. Busy year for him. Fourth accuser was a cancer patient, another young boy, who was in hospital at the time, and apparently Michael sent him a basket full of toys. This is where he began visiting the Neverland Ranch and having sleepovers with Michael Jackson, which is a lot of where the testimony of the staff who worked at Neverland were like, yeah, this was fucking bizarre, and this is where you hear about Jesus juice, where he'd mix wine and coke to get them intoxicated. Gavin was 13 and openly discussed the sleeping arrangements while holding hands with Michael Jackson in the documentary.
Is it really appropriate for a 44-year-old man to share a bedroom with a child who is not related to him at all?
That's a beautiful thing.
That's not a worrying thing?
Why should it be worrying? Who's the criminal?
Perfectly normal behaviour. The fifth accuser came later, Wade Robson, who'd previously denied any wrongdoing, supported Michael Jackson later, said, look, I was in love with him and I was under his spell, which is classic behaviour in people who've been groomed. And then the sixth accuser was a child actor. Both of these guys tell very similar stories, that he would make them bend over, show their buttholes, while Michael Jackson had a wank. I'm saying this the way I'm saying it deliberately, because I'm sick of people acting like these people do no wrong because they loved Man in the Mirror. It was a good tune. Lightning might not strike twice, but it certainly doesn't strike 6 times, does it? Maybe he learned his lesson about going with fans and decided to go through Jeffrey Epstein as someone who would provide a safety space where he could do whatever the he wanted on this island. Or maybe he just wanted a holiday.
Can we normalize accepting the fact that Michael Jackson was a kitty diddler? Because I'm so sick till this day. People defend Michael Jackson and say he's absolutely did nothing wrong. It's all extortion. It's all kids' parents trying to get money out of him. Two things can be right at the same time. We've seen time and time and time again in Hollywood, parents are literally willing to pimp out their own children if it means they're going to get a paycheck at the end. It does not mean Michael Jackson was not indeed a pervert. Michael Jackson has admitted out of his own mouth of being inappropriate with children. Again, a grown-ass man having random strangers' kids in his bed, holding an adolescent boy's hands and cuddling with him on national television didn't raise any eyebrows in the 90s. I was a kid, so I have an excuse. What about you grown-ups? It just proves that if you're talented enough and famous enough, people on either side of the political spectrum will just sweep your shit under the rug. Even if Michael Jackson never actually did something explicitly sexual with children, he was still inappropriate with children. No other man, no other grown-ass man could get away with getting on camera and admitting to inviting children over to his house and having those children sleep in his bed and say that is a beautiful thing. You know what other groups talk like this? Grown men sleeping in beds with young boys? The MAPS community. Minor attracted people, aka pedophiles.
Is it really appropriate for a 44-year-old man to share a bedroom with a child who is not related to him at all?
That's a beautiful thing.
Michael Jackson is guilty. Let's just normalize that already. Let's stop dying on his fucking heel that he's innocent and nothing's ever happened. He's on Epstein list, and I'm pretty sure he was on Epstein's island, and I'm pretty sure he was dealing in kids on Epstein Island. Allegedly. Anywho, that's all I wanted to say. I played this clip from Jordy's podcast. Again, I love that guy. I love his podcast. I love his YouTube channel, Jordy Truth podcast. Go check it out. He has a lot of interesting subjects. I usually like his takes on things. I don't agree with him on everything, but I think we agree on most things. But anyway, guys, let me know if you still are gonna stick your head in the sand and pretend Michael Jackson did no wrong, or if you do want to, start 2024 and like truth, facts, and reality that Michael Jackson was fucked up, talented, but fucked up. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get notifications when I do upload. All that really does help with the algorithm, guys. You can support the channel by donating. It helps keep me on this platform. And you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye.
Michael Jackson. Imagine my shock. I'm sure he was just going for a little holiday, just topping up his tan. Not how it works when you've got... He used to bleach your skin, didn't he? So that, yeah.